Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Hello, good evening, everybody. Can you hear me properly? Let me see if I can fix the lighting of this one a tiny bit. Ooh, like that works out. Let's see. Let me get rid of the analog glitch here. This is 154. Hello, Ohio. Oh, 1 second. Hello, Hunt. Hello. Okay, mic check one more time. Everything sound okay? Nice, okay. Oh my god, I was just checking it earlier too, and you know, it's been 2 months since the last After Hours stream. 2 months is crazy. What the freak were we doing in 2 months? Let me tell you. That is insane. What a Friday, huh? Today feels like a weird Friday. I don't know how to explain it. Woke up weird. Did everything weird. Day feels weird. The weather is beautiful though. The weather is absolutely gorgeous. But it's a weird Friday. Everything feels weird. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a Friday that I particularly like, and I'm not sure why. It's a weird Friday. Hello. Hello, welcome in everybody. Good evening, good evening. Oh, this is new to you? Oh, yes. This is Fun's, I think this is Fun's first After Hours stream. So you may be wondering, Lon, what the fuck is After Hours? And to be honest, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. I think that After Hours is just accumulation of like our thoughts that we randomly think of, make it into a topic, and then we talk about it. And so it's outside of games, it's outside of usual topics, and it's just a fun, relaxing, sleepy time. I have a new BGM today for the cafe. I found a CD in my case that my mom had packed for me. I had this in the playlist. I'm like, let's bop to it. They didn't have a CD, so like CD player, so I brought my own to this cafe. It's lit. The description has the credit. It's the Cafe BGM 3. It's really good. Oh, it is Friday, Pi Day 3.14. And it's White Day. I actually forgot today was White Day. I thought that tomorrow was a White Day. Alright. I took you guys out for Valentine's Day. Where's my White Day return gift, huh? Yeah, definitely not feeling the Friday vibes today. That's what I'm saying. It feels so weird. Like yesterday felt like a Friday, but today it don't feel like a Friday. Today don't even feel like any day. Today feels like the start of the weekend. Today feels like I already had my break and I'm dreading going back, but it's Friday. Like, does that make sense? Hello, I am new here. What's with the webtoon stuff in the stream? So today's topic is Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, ORV. It's a fantastic read. But I know, there's a difference between webtoon readers and light novel readers, in which, the webtoon does not encapsulate everything that the light novel offers, and the light novel is also much further ahead from the webtoon. So this is spoilers for webtoons reader, and this is also mercy from the light novel readers, in which I may not be able to memorize or remember things correctly. So please feel free to correct me, and let me know. Let's talk about it. I don't even know where I want to start. I feel like there's so much to say and so much to do. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning. I have a trade offer for you. I get your nicest weather and you get a light dusting of snow in the frozen ground. Chris, I would take that offer in a heartbeat. I prefer snow and cold and rain to sunny weather. Going outside, I'd rather just be indoors, you know? God, I love the cold so much. I got your white dayweed. I do. I have your white dayweed. I'm really excited. We will take you out and sing you free this time. You know, Aqua, I'll take that. I'll take that option. Just let me know where we're going. Where you picking me up, you know? For the Oregon kidnapping stream. That's gonna be for our next member stream. Should be next... I think we're gonna do it next Friday night. Like a nighttime thing. It's gonna be an ASMR session. For members only. Well, that's gonna be fun. Hi, Alvin. Oh my god, I'm gonna burp 1 second. Okay. I read 220 chapters of the webtoon and it is so good. I'm only on episode 193. I think I know exactly which part of 193. Is that with the mother? I think that's the one with the mother. And I won't say. Oh, Takeru, you might have to like stop watching it sometime. I don't want to spoil the rest for you because, oh man, I can't say nothing. Hello, Igneous. Night, light, cold, precipitation while you read is so nice. The nice pitter patter of the rain against the window. The nice cool air cuddled with your hoodie, your sweater, your blanket. A nice hot cup of tea on the side as you read your webtoons. That's the dream. I was scrolling and saw Kim Dokja. Subscribe to Kim Dokja. We're gonna start off by saying, what are you guys' favorite character in ORV? It's so hard to say which characters I like because each character in ORV goes through immense character development, and we learn so much about the character's personality and how Kim Dokja has impacted them. And so there's pros and cons to all characters, but the pros like are so much more, and it's so hard to choose one character that I love because all characters have such an endearing and lovable personality that it's so difficult to choose just one. Kim Dokja, yes. Uriel, oh my gosh, she's so freaking cute. Oh my god, okay. Okay. I'll say that later into the stream, and I'll tell Takeru and other like currently still reading webtoon readers to stop listening because there is a part of the demon Uriel where I was just like my heart was fucking breaking. I was like I actually cried a lot just reading it. And I'll say that later. It's crazy. Han Soo-young, she's such a like mystery, you know what I mean? She's manipulative, she's egotistic, she's independent, yet at the same time, like over time, we see her development from not caring for anyone but herself and her own story to learning about the story, caring for others, even if like the surface is that, oh, she's doing it for, her own benefit. Like there is reason to her actions. Her friendship with Kim Dokja and the Kim Dokja's reliance on her or like trust in her over time. It is insane. Yusung's development, oh my god. It's okay. So Shin Yusung, we meet her character as a child, and Kim Dokja knows her because he's read that she is a beast tamer, which is what he needed for a future scenario. We get this one section of the story where there's a cut in time where we get this current child, Shim Yu-sung, and then we get the one from the, if I may be mistaken, like the 41st timeline, and that's where she goes rampant. And then there's that whole monologue of her asking why, why was she left to die? Why was dokja so important? Why is dokja so important? And she gets all these like, I don't know how to explain it. There was that part where she is overpowering every character by far, and instead of hearing the name of Yoo Jin-hyuk, you hear Kim Dokja, and so she's like, who the fuck is Kim Dokja? This is not the timeline that I know. And then, oh my god, I cried more in that part. I think that the mental break for her to kind of realize that this is not a timeline that she is familiar with, but this is also a timeline where she could possibly be saved in. After all this time of walking aimlessly and being alone and being betrayed and being left behind, like maybe this is the one time where she can really truly live. And then the promise that Kim Dokja made to her, oh my, I started crying. I'm like, my boy, you're saving her, you're going to do it. And of course we see it in the most like crazy way of her becoming putting her soul into a dokkaebi egg. And that I didn't realize, well, I mean, I know it was important, but I didn't know how it was going to be used until the more recent chapters where they actually show you how the dokkaebi egg is used. It's so mind-blowing how we get all this connection to the past and we're thinking, oh my god, that's why he fucking did that. It's nice for Dokja to have a friend he can talk to about the 3 ways to survive. It is. Because then we know that Kim Dokja's kind of history of growing up, where reading 3 ways to survive or reading the novel was the only way that he was able to get through. Was not the only way, was a way for him to escape from reality, put himself kind of in the shoes or watch this hero embark in this insane adventure, right? And he has lived through these traumatic experiences, his family, and being bullied in school, being bullied in the workplace, being taken advantage of and everything. And he's read this novel in order to escape from this reality that he doesn't know how to escape from. So being able to talk to someone else, talk to, in this case, Han Soo-young about it, was like, I'm sure that it lifted up this burden from his shoulders too. And so that's why he was able to trust her to the extent. Now I'm muting stream. Oh baby, you are the later chapters. Oh my god, it's so sick. It is so freaking sick. It is so sick. Again, there's all spoilers all around. I'm not gonna be staying in one place. I'm gonna be jumping from place to place. There's just so much. Oh my god. And then can we also talk about the character? Oh my god, I think this site has her name wrong. Give me 1 second. Let me find a proper site that has it. Jung Hee-won. I absolutely love Jung Hee-won's character so much. Our introduction to Jung Hee-won is that she was a woman that wasn't supposed to survive. I believe it's the second scenario, where the outside was covered in all this like naturesque, monster-esque kind of thing, and there's like this fog that's going around, and so people are living in the subways. We meet her as a character who was unfortunately assaulted in a convenience store by these hooligans who's been doing it to get money. Like, that's how they earn money, by killing people who have money. Money gets transferred to them, and that's how we meet the character. So we already are set with such a traumatic experience. She actually has the stigma of absolute good, where she's able to, like, what's the word called, use that hour of judgment, I believe what it was. So she is the very definition of absolute good, and she is on the side of absolute good. And so we meet her character, we learn about her character, we learn about, you know, what she struggled with, and then we see how her stigma kind of, it gets involved from that. And then her, yeah, if you guys remember this one, this is the most insane part of Gen Hyewon for me. It's that one section where Kim Dokja is dead, right? But then she's faced against the Hyunsun, where Hyunsun, she has, like, she's going like completely crazy because of Nirvana, and then she's in her own crazy thing of fire, and he has to confront her, but he doesn't know how to confront her, and he also gets a stigma during the time he evolves, right? That scenario had me crying. She not only allowed herself to be melted, you know, into Hyunsun's arm in the end, and get her kind of mental balanced, I guess you can say. But I thought that was such a strong way to portray her trauma. It was such a strong way to portray her feelings, and, you know, what she was forced to go through, and having people be by her side, having Hyunsun never let go of her, never betray her, never look back from her, was such a strong building point that made me, like, super, like, I already loved her character, I loved his character, but that part was just absolutely, oh my god, like, I couldn't, it cemented everything for me. It cemented everything. She's such a strong character in more ways than one. I like how the skill isn't just basic power up, and it's able to use kind of plot wise, and we see it be used over and over again. If the Constellation does not deem, if the Constellations of absolute good do not deem the scenario or the opponent to be of absolute evil, then she can't just use our judgment. But because in the first case, where she was literally fighting against those who did wrong, assaulted her, assaulted many others, killed others, that was a defined situation to use hours of judgment. And in the future, she also was able to use it too. And you know, our girl Yuri, she really, really, really loves Kim Dokja. Like, and then, oh, okay, it's off. I can't talk about it yet because Takeru is still here. Okay. But when she uses it again, it is another heartbreaking part. It isn't the heartbreaking part. At that point, they should just get together. That's what I'm saying. Something I really like about the story, I don't know if this is just me, but I like that the focus is not primarily on a romantic plot. I think there are some nudges towards a potential direction of relationships. But I think what they really try to cement is that in this story, in this entire series, the true love is the story that he grew up with. And I like that there is not a force to make for these romantic type of plots or whatever, we have various characters that undergo different types of trauma in relation to humans, people, right? And so if there was even a push towards a romantic plot, I feel like it would really dull down the characters more. But because we as readers kind of have seen how these characters have been betrayed, how they've been forced, how they've been struggling against other humans, and having that, you know, non-romantic interpersonal relationship, I think developed their personalities and characters so much more. It made us more able to empathize with them. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but you know what I mean? Like something like that. I don't know. I just freaking love it. I freaking love it so much. Wait. And then the character Lee Ji-hye. We meet her in the subway, right? In the subway, where she's with Don Hyuk. Is that where we first meet her? She's like an arrogant kid. Oh no! So we first see her in the subway. She's strangling her classmate. That's how she gets out of the first scenario. The second time we meet her, the first time we truly meet her, is in the subway. And in that part, we know that she's strong. You know, she's a kid. She's a high school kid. And then we get to the part where they go into these movies in order to defeat the theater master or whatever. And they go into a story that is on they go to various stories. And, you know, the way of defeating these stories is killing the boss or fighting the evil or whatnot. So by doing several stories, they kind of lose the connection that these even though these are not people, these are characters that may feel, and that's something that she kind of broken away from. So she was able to easily like clear the movies because she was able to separate, you know, reality from the actual fiction. The story they get into afterwards is of the naval war. We see that she's throwing up. She can't handle it, and dokja says to her, like, brings out that trauma to her, saying that, you know, it's the reason why you can't do what you want to do because your best friend loved this movie. She has, and the best friend was the one that she had killed in the initial scenario 1. She remembers that, and he kind of wakes her up and says, like, what was it? Why don't, like, live for your friend, live on for your friend. You can't let it end here. Live. I know that your friend wants you to live too. And if she gets the ghost fleet stigma, which is fucking amazing. That one panel where she raises her sword up and then she has that same stance as the captain during that time. Oh my god. It's such a memorable and such a wonderful scene. Like, it's etched into my mind. That was also one of the first times I cried too, because how difficult would it must be for you to have this connection towards your friend whom you did in fact kill during that, you know, earlier time. Like, that is painful, very painful. Dokja is parasocial in the greatest way. Parasocial to the novel, baby. Yes. The irrelevance of the romance is truly blessed. Yes. There's such a focus on interpersonal relationships, like in a very platonic way. Like, there is a part where he mentioned, oh no, that's also later. Okay, I can't talk about it yet. Someone mentioned dokja. We love dokja. Hi, Kruka Gamer. You can shoot me for making that comparison, but it reminds you in a way of One Piece where a lot of it is about relationships, but not romantic, like about trust, understanding, trauma between people. Yeah, that's a lot of how the characters develop in this story, whether it be development within themselves, development with other people, development on how they're viewed by other people. And a lot of the development is also like very separate from the other timelines that Yuji Shuk had also experienced too. So it is quite sick. Orbeez, amazing. What I love about the webtoon is that it doesn't really miss anything from the novel. I think some people have said that there are some like tidbits here and there that are left out. So that's why I'm reading the light novel too, but I also absolutely love the webtoon so much. You know what I'm not too excited about the White Chocolate is the live action adaptation that's coming out real soon. It's the Korean adaptation. So, to be honest, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I hope that they can really, what's the word called? I'm scared. I'm scared about the CGI. Is it just me? My White Day gift is about to be PDFs for everyone so that we can really get into it. PDFs of the light novel. Mwah. Perfect. Mwah. Perfect, 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 perfect. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Outside of characters, Constellations is also something that we see from the beginning to the end, right? Do you guys have a favorite constellation? Of course, we know that White Chocolate loves Demon like Judge of Fire. I really like the Secretive Plotter, but I'm also a big fan of Prisoner of the Golden Headband because this guy is like this guy he's everywhere at the same time that he is like he's so involved with Kim Dokja and Kim Dokja's story, despite acting like an absolute tsundere when he meets him for the first time. Like he is such a funny character. I hope they don't butcher the animation. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so too. Those are your two picks too, yes. Okay, I still don't know, what's going on with the Secretive Plotter, but we know that he's also been there since the very start. So I'm very curious on, what this plotter is. I've read some theories on what the Secretive Plotter is, and I'm not gonna say it out loud. Actually, no, this is an open discussion. Who do you guys think is the Secretive Plotter? Every single constellation has a form. They're formed because they have fables and they are known in the world. So who could the Secretive Plotter ever be? At first, my first thought is that the Secretive Plotter was actually the author of 3 Ways to Survive. The reason why I think that is because it has enough fame to be a constellation, maybe. And it's written up, like, the story goes on as long as, oh my god, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it either. Like, maybe the reason why the Secretive Plotter watches over Kim Dokja is because he is the sole reader, to the very end. So there is more of an affinity between them. So that's why maybe Secretive Plotter hasn't been seen in other characters' lists or mentions or anything. And then he appears several times. He also appears, most importantly, during the banquet too. Oh god, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, this guy is an enigma, The constellations are so good, and so many of them are so involved in the story. We get the repeats of characters like, well, Demon Judge of Fire. We have the, oh my god, can my thing load? God of Wine and Eskiski. We have Prisoner of Golden Headband, Scribe of Heaven, Abyssal Black Flame Dragon, Gorio's First Sword, Queen of the Darkest Spring, Father of the Rich Knight, which are of course Persephone and Hades. And then there's also, although I think those are the main ones that appear the most to Kim Dokja, like Kim Dokja and Yoo Jun Hyuk. My favorite constants are, ew, what is that blue? What is that blue? Someone who knows the identities of the constellation theorizing was my favorite part. My favorite is the Demon King of Salvation. That's mine too. I love the Demon King of Salvation. Oh my god. I want to talk about that section where Demon King of Salvation actually comes to life. Like that name coming to life. Okay, without spoiling so far. That part made me cry so much. With each chapter I cried. Okay, next part. Oh my god, next part. Hello show, hello Updog. Oh, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. Let me see. Okay, yes, that makes sense. Perfect. Genuinely love getting to theorize about Plotter. What else do you guys think about Secretive Plotter? Like, what else is in your mind? Like, what else could it be? What else could it be at all? The blue box is so fucked up. You can't believe you're blurring out my own chat. Oh, the chills and oh my god, what am I talking about? That part. I think what it was the most that got to me was because it goes back to the start, goes back to the present, goes back to the start, goes back to the present. We understand that all the characters around Kim Dokja trust him. They don't know why he's doing it. They believe so much that he has a plan, that he knows what to do, he's gonna come back. But they also don't know at the same time, but they put all their fucking trust into Kim Dokja in that scenario, in the 73rd Demon King scenario. And I cried so much. I'm so sorry talking to you. I'm so sorry. I just, oh god. It is such amazing scenario. I think an arc that I really enjoyed. Of course, it's the 5th scenario where you meet the Shin Yu-sung, and Shin Yu-sung turns into a scenario because she is a, what's the word called? What's the word they give to the big bosses? She's a disaster. She's a disaster. So she dies there. I love a scenario. And then the underworld scenario right after that, where Dokja goes to the underworld, meets Persephone in order to trade for Shin Yu-sung. That was also a really good arc. The arc that I'm like kind of like inquisitive about. I'm not sure if I know I like it. I'm not sure if I love it though. Was the arc where they go into the tiny world. That was also a really important arc too, because well, first off, he gets the ability to become miniature. He also gets the bookmark for the lightning, and then he gets the fable for the 8 lives, and then he also gets, oh no, Yoo Jun-hyuk gets the sword, and then they also meet the author of the tiny world. And that's when he realizes that once your story is over, you become a character. And he's realized that before with other characters, but this is when he truly realizes that when is his story gonna end? Like when is he gonna become a character too? Oh, oh yeah, calamity, disaster. Can you remember the webtoon's translation have it as disaster? But that was really good too. Oh my god, guys, I'm so excited to read more. I don't want to spoil myself by reading anything. Like the thing that I have open right now tells the story of like past what I'm at for the webtoon, and I'm trying not to read it. But it's too good. It is so good. It is so good. It is so freaking good. Alright, let me see. Okay, this is gonna sound really bad, and I'm so sorry. An arc that I didn't like too much for some reasons is the Nirvana arc. I think that the character of Nirvana has a lot of significance on how some of the main characters acted, but I don't know, I didn't really like the Nirvana arc as much as I thought I would. Yeah, I don't know. I think the concept of the character was really cool. You know, the cult was really cool too. And also the end of Nirvana was also super sick. I didn't like that arc as much. Yeah. Sorry, unpopular opinion. The manager getting a redemption arc. Again, that character change because he got a baby. He gave birth to a baby. Spoilers. Sorry, I should have said before I started that off. But it was such a crazy arc, that one with the manager. The manager was a piece of shit in the beginning. Became less as a piece of shit towards the end. Nirvana as a character freaked me out. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely freaked me. Because Immortal uses Fable to repair his body. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was definitely okay. I just didn't care too much about it. Mpreg. Oh yes, ORV has Mpreg. You should definitely read it if you haven't read it yet. It's very, very important to the plot, to the character development, that there is Mpreg. Any Dust Buddies trying to test that theory out? Maybe we can make this chat matter a lot for character development. Hi, Delta. Okay. Another cool part of the story was the Constellation banquet, where he meets the Constellations. Well, kind of he meets the Constellations for the first time, and we're introduced to the different groups that exist and the hierarchy of groups that exist, where you have the underworld, you have Olympus, you have Eden, you have Vitas. But then there is the hierarchy of historical grade, which is the lowest ranked, the fable grade, which is middle, and then myth grade, which is the highest rank. So we have, for example, characters like the characters that we've seen a lot following Kim Dokja being more in the historical grade, while we have characters like Persephone, characters like Uriel, characters like the Golden Headband as the Fable grade. I really like the banquet because Kim Dokja and Yoo Jun-hyuk, as we know, really tested the fucking limit of what they can do, of their bullshittery during that duration. And they made a nebula of their own. Like, who the fuck would do that? You've never heard of this series, Steven? You gotta read it. You can empreg me. Somebody screenshot that for me. Screenshot that for me. Oh god, no. I don't know. Who do you think the prisoner of the golden headband is, if you don't know already, right? Sung Wukong, my fucking goat. Journey. Oh, Sung Wukong. Yeah, I'm just reading the webtoon right now. I'm in the beginning of the thing. It's okay. I'll pretend I didn't read your message, Thong. I'll pretend. My eyes are closed. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, give me a second. Perfect. Oh, he's so hot. There's nowhere else to say it. He is a hot tea. He is so hot. Prisoner of the Golden Headband. He is one fine guy. Let me tell you, he is fine as fuck. Oh my god, he's got me. He's and Uriel, of course, is so freaking cute. Oh, the Constellations, man. The ones that we're so familiar with, I absolutely love them. And I love how playful the author makes them out to be. At the same time, we also realize that, you know, this is all a game to them, right? They're watching these people run around on Earth trying to clear the scenarios. So there's that nice bridge that gets built throughout the story, which is quite nice. I forgot what he looks like. Handsome as fuck, that's what he does. I'll let him snap me like a demon any day. Same fucking here. I'll let him do whatever he wants. You know, he is handsome. He is handsome. He is handsome. He is one fine guy, let me tell you. What's another arc that you guys like vividly remember? That's not like super spoilers that you guys are like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. That was for show, not for lawn. I close my eyes. I don't see it. Not for me. Wait, I need to burp again. Give me a second. Remember to drink water. So ORV and manga, it can be read online. It's a webtoon. It's also a light novel too, so it's up to you how you want to start it, Steven. But I tell you first off that ORV is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing in so many ways. The story is unique. The characters, the character development, the history that's been put into it, the ever intertwining stories, the timelines that get mixed up, the way that we get so attached to characters and get so separated from characters, the disconnect, the connect, everything about ORV is oh my god. It's something that I can read over and over and over again without fail. It is so good. It finished? Oh my god, I didn't even realize that this series already finished. I I need to read the novel ASAP. Also, hot take: Constellations are just YouTube members and KDJ are content creators. That is crazy. Does that mean that all the members right now okay, let's roleplay. All the members right now are gonna be Constellations and I'm gonna be your Kim Dokja. Burp ASMR when? Yo, this Constellation is weird, guys. What the fuck? This Constellation is freaky. Want me to do a burp ASMR during this scenario? Are you crazy? That's some crazy stuff. ORV membership reading when? I think that reading is gonna be hard, but we can totally do a watch along of the anime and of the live action when it's done. What do you guys think? ORV watch along for members only? Yeah, you guys are my constellations you're currently in my channel. BI696969. Does that make you historical grade? Yes. You White Chocolate and others, we're not members, are historical. And then the green, the members, are fable grade. And then the blue, the mods, are myth grade. This sounds so high. I'm actually quite excited for it, to be honest. We can go hee hee ha ha. What we can probably do is that we will. I don't know how watch alongs usually are for YouTube streams. If you guys have experience with it, please let me know. I don't know if it's like we watch like through a link together and then we can type our reactions and stuff live, or how it goes. I'm not too certain. It'll be my first experience as well. I've never done a watch along before. Yes. Oh. If you guys had names for yourself, if you were to make yourself into a constellation and you would have your own name, what would be your nickname? Like, if I was a constellation, I'd be like, I don't know. So what's something cool or clumsy? Huh. Unemployed disgruntled maid. Which I guess just that would be my title. I think most people put a timer on screen, you just manually sync up. Okay. I guess we'll figure it out when we get to it. We have to renew monthly or get hit with a problem. Store. Oh no. Unemployed backshotter is crazy. A constellation. So Steven is really new to ORV. So a constellation, I will actually read to you as follows. So constellations are existence that carry a lot of stories. The reason why the constellations exist because they are known. The more that you are known, the more stronger you are. Then the more stories you carry. For example, the Olympus gods, they are also constellations, and they're huge because everybody in the world knows them. They have stories that go on for centuries on end. Constellations are ranked in different ways. The historical figures tend to be those who are historical figures, in real life. For example, you have the guy on the Korean one, who is considered to be a historical figure grade, and then you have someone like Sung Wukong, who's considered to be a fable grade, so he's higher tier. Actually, I completely forgot who is considered to be a myth one. Oh, myth is like the scribe, right? Metatron is the scribe of heaven, so that's an example of a higher, or like a myth grade. Lanchama is made of the broken stomach. My stomach is not that bad. Made of the burnt kitchen, the kitchen is not that bad. Bean of the Cosmos is so cute. I absolutely love that. Big chilling with Stephen. Thank you for listening, even though you may not know, everything that I'm saying. To be honest, sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying. So like maybe we're all in the same boat after all, Bartius Consumer Fables. That sounds like a really cool name. I can't even pronounce that word. That is sick. Zeus and Metatron. Yeah, those are examples of the myth grades. Your Cancer. I mean, that's a good constellation name too. That works out. Oh my god. I like had a whole thing of okay. Let's do this quiz together. Everybody, look at this quiz right here. Open up the quiz. Let's do this together. Okay. For this quiz, this says, which ORV constellation would spawn to you? So let's enter a name. It's gonna be Lon. Start the quiz. The first scenario begins. You need to kill someone to survive. How do you do it? Regretfully, tearfully, gleefully, strategically, righteously, apathic, okay. You don't with a loophole. Yes, Delta, do the quiz, let's go. Okay. So I would do this is hard because I wouldn't kill anyone. Like I would not do a human at all. Hello. I would trust Lon as my constellation. Do not accept the name for fruit offerings. Fucked up. Okay, actually, now that I'm looking at it, righteously, vengefully. There's someone you've had your eyes on for a while. The world. Oh my god, that is brutal. I would choose that. Next question. It's dangerous to go alone. What kind of people do you gather in your party to survive the scenario? People you know you can trust, friends, strays and stragglers, children. Not bringing children with me anywhere. Strong people, you want people you can rely on. Strong people, that's very vague. People who will protect you, people who can't help themselves but to save others. No. As many as you can, there's no strength in numbers. That is false. You move around from group to group, you're not really concerned as long as they're useful to you. You work alone. I would not work alone. I would definitely go with friends. Choose an alignment. Good, evil, neither. If I had to choose an alignment, I would go for good. If you were a fictional character, how would the fandom perceive you? Beloved by the fandom, tons of fanfiction and fan art, tons of potential, deserve better, canon did you dirty, nasty, evil person, absolute horrible human being, affectionate. Same thing, but derogatory. Sopping wet, pathetic, garbage bag, raccoon, borble, affectionate. Well liked, but not the most popular. Still you do have a good number of dedicated fans. They forgot you exist. You're right, you're not that important. I would be tons of potential, I think. And I'm gonna be tons of potential. Pick an item. Stone Hog's Pointed Thorn, used in the first scenario or 1.5 scenario. Great Demon Size, Infinite Dimension Space Code, Protection Symbol, Force Essence, Starter Pack, Breaking the Sky Sword. I'll go for the code. Inevitably, people will die in scenarios. What are your thoughts on this? It's impossible to save everyone. That is true. That's what I would go for too. Ohio. Pick a stupid modifier that I made up. The one who solves incoherently. Procrastinator with piling deadlines. Average Jundok. Enjoyer. Late to sleep, late to rise. King of Burger King. Oh shit. Capitalist wage slave. Demon-like player of Mario Kart. One whose back hurts. Kid who pretended to be a werewolf, vampire, fairy horse in elementary school. One who traps and releases spiders. I'd say procrastinator with piling deadlines would be mine. Be honest, if it was real, would you have read Ways of Survival? Yes, the entire thing. That is totally my favorite. Could you fix Yoo Jun-hyuk? No. You wouldn't touch him or his issues with 10-foot pole. That's me. Pick an unconventional way to survive in a ruined world. Way 1 with power of friendship. Staying out of as many scenarios as possible. Getting good by reading the source material. Getting good. Sacrifice something. Your morals, your life, your happiness, the world to your friends. Oh fuck, if I had to sacrifice something, probably my happiness. I would do it for my friends and I would do it for people that matter. You made it to the end, was it worth it? I would say so. Alright. I got Goryo's first sword. Wait, that's actually surprising to me. I got Goryo's first sword. How about you guys? You got Demon King of Salvation. Oh fuck, that's actually pretty insane. That is pretty insane. Holy fuck. And you got the result oldest dream. So I think someone mentioned it earlier, but I skipped past it. I don't know what the oldest dream is. Demon King of Salvation 2? Let's fucking go. Demon King of Salvation is a very important one. Mine says one, it says none, you become one. What does that mean? It means that, Steven, you have faced the adversities. You've gathered so many fables by doing things that are unheard of. First time ever. Maybe you defeated a god. Maybe you solo cleared a scenario on your own. Maybe you saved 100 lives, but you gathered enough fable to be your own constellation, be a constellation itself. So you don't have anyone that you are dependent on. Instead of you have risen to the level of a constellation, which is pretty sick. Demon King of Salvation, let's fucking go. You are a constellation? That's sick too. Prisoner of the Golden Helmet. I love that one. None, you become one? Okay, so we had 3 of them. Jadel, Delta, and Steven are their own constellations. Dust Bunnies of Salvation. That's Steven. That's very good. That's very good. That's awesome. I'm surprised that I got what I got though. I thought that I would get Prisoner of the Golden Headband actually. There's a result that says dead before the first sponsor selection. Thank God that's not any of us, right? We're surviving, right? Surely we lived through everything, right? I got none, you become one? It's funny actually. So everyone that has gotten the you become one are those who haven't read ORV yet. Coincidence? I think not. It's super sick. Wait, do you guys mind giving me a minute real quickly? 1 second, please. fire. And knowledge is a debuff, that is true. Maybe we really are the best because we haven't read it yet. You guys not reading it is a debuff. And a buff. But at the same time, I'm waiting for you guys to read it too so we can geek on more. It's such a good series. Like, I like it more than solo leveling. And that's also a lot because I also love solo leveling, but this is so good. You haven't read it yet? See, I told you. Hey, that guy, Kim Dokja, is also an office worker too. I think that the plot of solo leveling itself, it was really good. I think there was also a uniqueness that it brought, along with the intensity of the scenes. The art itself was absolutely insane. Certain arcs of solo leveling really shine. Like the one that I am, always remembering the most is always going to be the first scene of seeing the statues. The ant one was devastating, and then of course the final scene. But I truly do think that the characters in ORV are developed so much better than solo leveling for sure. So I completely understand, where the main character comes from and also the reason why he is. I absolutely love the character development and the character relationships that have formed over time in ORV so much more. Surviving as a barbarian is also so good too. ORV is so much better than solo leveling in almost every way. I have to agree, Jane. I have to agree. A more developed story overall. It's also super not linear ORV, if I can say that. Like it's not linear in which like we are thrown with so many questions and we're only thrown like solutions or some answers much later into a story, and then we get more questions. It's like it throws us for a loop at every turn, and it makes us question, makes us theorize, it makes us think of why it is what it is. So we can't expect it. But then for solo leveling, there is more of a linear progression to everything. Solo leveling was good for action, while ORV was good for how emotional it was. Oh my god, the amount of times I cried just reading ORV is insane. What is one moment that you guys cried when reading ORV? Because I can remember each time that I cried, and it like every single time I read that part, I break into tears. I love reading manhwa, Jane. I've just been rereading a lot these days, but I love reading manhwa so much. I did follow solo leveling religiously during its active fun, so ORV getting praise like this means I have to finally find a time for it. You have to read ORV. ORV, again, it's not linear. You're thrown to so many different timelines. You go back, you go forward, you skip to someone else doing it. You are even in different dimensions physically. There's so much that you will experience when it comes to ORV. It was announced a while ago, but you see it was getting an anime? Yeah, I did see it. I hope that the studio does it well. I am stoked for it. We're gonna do a watch along for the anime and for the live action when it comes out. I would really like to watch it, and I'm so desperate for it. I also really like Return of the Mountain Hua sect. That sounds really familiar. It's probably a cultivation one, right? I have a lot of interest in reading the cultivation manhwas too. Never fails, always so good. I cried when Dokja's moniker was announced. What's moniker again? Maybe mistaken. Beast Lord arc, especially the ending. Oh yes, so fucking good. Solo leveling is mainly a power fantasy and probably the best one that came out of there, while ORV is just an emotional roller coaster with a crazy good plot. I think you explained it like perfectly. Because Dokja, despite his strength, still lacks a lot, and he still has to rely on his teammates a lot. And we're constantly teased about an end for Dokja, right? Because the reason why that he's the way he is because of his ability, which is the fourth wall, and his ability as a reader. But then we often get teased that this is it. So it's nice to know that he isn't necessarily invincible, which is quite cool. SSS class Suicide Hunter. Yes, that one is amazing. Well, let me see what I have right now. So I'm currently reading SSS Suicide Hunter again. I'm also rereading where's my list? I'm also rereading Academy's Genius Swordsman. I have a bunch of like idle ones here too. I have so many. Infinite Mage Pick Me Up is also really good too. I'm a big fan of it. Honey, We're Screwed animation. No, I haven't seen that one. If you're in the Discord, White Chocolate, would you mind posting it in my channel? The trained fourth wall part kind of made me cry a little bit. KJ, a little bit. A lot of it. Oh my lord. Oh, the fourth wall part with the mother, I cried a lot of it. Oh, the modifiers. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, oh my god, when it was announced, and then you see the modifier being mentioned when you couldn't see him but you saw the other characters, was like, oh, my heart wrenching. Fucking tore out my heart, man. Got dropped in a ghost story and I still have to work. Oh my god, can you save that for me? Because I want to read that. That sounds amazing. The Extras Academy Survival Guide. Oh, I read that one too. That one is also really good. There are so many good webtoons and manhwas out there. Like, it's actually ridiculous how little time we have to read everything, you know? Would you guys hate me if I end the stream right now so I can go read more? Just got here? Oh, well, welcome anyway. Okay, now I can talk about it. Demon-like Judge of Fire does not wish for your death, and she keeps on repeating it over and over and over again. I was fucking crying. I was crying. I'm like, she has probably seen so much. She has seen so much. She denied the use of Hour of Judgment at first. She, you know, tries to give him the proper resurrection that he needs or whatever. But I love Uriel so much. Solo max level newbie, I read that one. Leveling with the Gods, I read that one too. Academy's Undercover Professor, also read that, but I have not read Star Embracing Swordsmaster. What is that one about? Greatest Estate Developer, also read that one. Very good, very good. She is my waifu for real. She's so cute. She's so sweet. And I'm actually surprised about how personable she is, if that makes sense. Oh my god, that part, I really cried. Like, I could not handle it. I was not living for it, man. Like, he even says, like, don't cry or something, or don't, it's okay, you're real. And then she just keeps on repeating it. And then you see like the arts where she's actually crying, and it's just like, what the fuck? How could you do this to me? How could you? Oh god, I hope I can write something that good someday. I believe in his show. You can do it. I'm excited to read your work. I first thought that Uriel was my waifu, but then I realized I just want to hug her so bad. She is She's been there since the start, man. She's been there since, she's so sweet. It's about a back alley orphan whose thug family gets slaughtered by a knight, but he survives with his childhood friends. He gets picked up and slowly becomes a knight seeking revenge. Ooh, a knight avenging story. That sounds really interesting. I'd be interested in reading that. Starring Embracing Swordmaster. Copy that. She's the only character in any form of media to do that. Yes, I've also not seen it either. God, I love that character. God, I love that character so much. I love it so much. Has ORV changed how you view other books and media? I would say no, just because I feel like ORV, in terms of the plot, in terms of the progression, in terms of the people, like, I find that it is so unique that it's difficult for you to use that as a basis for anything else. I don't think, as far as I've read, there are any other series that come even as close in terms of how the story is written. It is amazing. It is amazing. The villain wants to live. I saw it on manga decks in the front page, but I haven't read it, but the art looks really good. So I have it like opened up on the top, but I haven't read it. It's changed my view, actually. I would be interested in knowing how it changed your view, show. It definitely, what it has done for me though, reading ORV, is that it's given me a lot of inspiration on how different types of RPGs could be written in a way for it to be, like, I don't know how to explain it. So with ORV, compared to other types of manhwas, is that it takes place in the form of scenarios and general, like, quest, right? But it's like continuous questing, continuous scenarios, and it has such an interesting system in which it runs on. But not only the scenarios, the Starstream system is also disgustingly unique. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. I don't even know. It's, oh my god, this series is so freaking amazing. I just want to read more. I just want to read more. I can't deal with it right now. There's also a really good Western books with same mechanics called Lit RPG, stuff like Dungeon Crawler Carl and He Who Fights with Monsters. Oh, I haven't heard about that before, actually. Thank you for mentioning it. I'd be very interested in looking that over for sure. Oh man, this makes me want to I want to play D&D so badly. Alright, give me one moment again, please, guys. I'm gonna just mute myself for 1 minute. It's set up so well. So many plot points early on are important later on, and reveals don't feel like they were come but thought out from the beginning. I agree on that. I really enjoy how they, again, they give us questions that we don't know the answer to, and later on they answer the questions or they provide some solutions, and then they have more questions, and we're wondering why, how, where, but it always goes back, which I absolutely love. D&D mention, yeah. So next week's schedule is not really finalized yet, but what we're going to be starting to do, actually maybe this would be interesting for you guys, this is something I mentioned in my debut before, is that I want to eventually learn how to DM, and I want to learn how to make a world for the other girls to play in. For all the girls, actually, it would be their first time ever playing D&D. I've had some experience, but only as a player, not as a DM. So after next week, I think that we're gonna start introducing once every 2 weeks D&D basics and run through. I was looking last month actually, and I found my player handbook, I found the monster book, I found everything that I think I needed. I'm thinking about you remember how I also mentioned that I want to make a monster fantasy recipe book, a custom one, with you guys? I feel like we should do that as well and include that into our story instead of using the pre-existing D&D cookbook, because then we can make some stuff that may be like, what's the word called? Like in relation to the other girls, I guess. It'd be quite fun. Like it'd be a combination of D&D and Dungeon Meshi kind of feel. So we can leave that as a stream to make a recipe book to be used in our D&D campaign. But after next week, towards the end of the month, going into April, we'll start doing once every bi-weekly D&D basics. So I think that what I probably want to do is that I really want to be able to relearn everything again. Of course, I know how to do, like, I understand stats, I understand modifiers, you know, all that stuff. Things that I like to learn again are just general world rules, learning, you know, each class thoroughly, because I've only had little experience. Sometimes I get confused with cantrips too for some reason, but we'll have to learn that too. So you guys should learn with me. We can learn together. How does that sound? You need to become a Fable at some point? No, it's totally chill, please. Being historical great is also just as nice. Hi Sky, hope you're having a great day too. Oh yeah, happy good white day to you too. I Wombat, I've been my mind is like spinning. Like I have so much I want to say and so little of it comes out, and I get so jumbled up. And I have so many feelings up in there and they just come out as like brain fart. I love ORV. I have 5e, D&D 5e for the editions, I believe. I think there's an updated one, right? Didn't they update it last year or something? Yeah, D&D talk. Okay, let's learn together. Paladins are also my favorite. Paladin, monk, and clerics are my go-tos. No experience with sorcerers, no experience with warlocks, never done a fighter. Well, actually no, I've multi-class as a fighter before. Never done druid, only those. There's a badass historical grade collection, Constellation. Whew. Yeah. Oh yes. I remember the. Yeah, definitely. I remember the revision. My book is from like years ago, like what, 6 years ago or something, 7 years ago. That's so fucked. Did I get the? Maybe I'll get the new book. But I hope they have a digital one, because that's the one I would get. The Swordsman, isn't it Goriel's First sword or something? Final sword? That's the one that I got. I think that's the one that's a historical grade. That's the one that's the actual incantation becoming a constellation because he was too powerful for scenario. Super sick. D&D, I'll be cleric of Goddess Lan. Oh yes, I will be your... I will be the goddess and it'll be the domain of bullshittery. You have a advantage for all charisma, performance, and intimidation checks. Before you go into combat, before you have to roll for initiative, you can roll whether or not you are able to leave the fight or something. You can roll for it. My 5e handbooks are hand-me-downs from my mom and husband. Fire! Collections now, Daichi. I play Monk because MMA is amazing. Monk is just so fun. You can do so much fun stuff with Monk. I found it's really fun to look at homebrew spells you can find online. I've never actually looked into homebrew spells before because they're so complex. Oh, water time, water time. You being a rogue. I want to roleplay an angsty paladin. An angsty paladin that's trying to find reason for his faith, you know? Why, goddess, have you forsaken me? Why do you let the world burn? Why do children starve? Why does nature hate us? Please, goddess, find a reason for my faith. Who must I trust at this time anymore? Oh yeah, I'd be a really angsty paladin. I'd be so sad and crawling around. I found one last week called Spaghetti. It's just summons spaghetti with different attributes. I'd want to do that, but like, if I can homebrew a cleric character. I said it before, but a really fun cleric that I played before that was like kind of homebrew was a cleric that was a cook. So every dish that I made had to... players had to roll a constitution to see if it heals or if it does nothing or if it damages them. And cooking was how I healed, food and drinks was how I healed, and I made food from monsters and from fantasy stuff around. It was awesome. It was a fun ass time. Shuni Paladin Lawn, that's gonna be me. I love it when devotes have their face tattooed. I mean, me too. I love it when faith is questioned and faith is wavering. I love that teetering of between good and bad, you know? I was literally Senshi from Dungeon Meshi, cleric of the garlic bread. Me when I made bread, and then the garlic is from the wild cloves I found in a nearby swamp that was run by hags and goblins, and the color of the garlic is slightly blue, and I made garlic bread, and you have to roll right now. Alright guys, roll your d20 die. Oh my god, I was gonna say something and I completely forgot. You know how come, you know, some garlic are blue when you pickle them? Yum, yum, yum. I just got a notification for Steam's the spring sale. Did you guys buy anything? $1d20? Gamer dude, you got a 15. Oh my god. This garlic bread was delicious. Everything you needed to warm yourself up, fill up your stomach a little bit. You feel satisfied at Lan's cooking. This garlic bread, maybe you'll have it again tomorrow. But for now, your hunger is sated. What would you like to do? I rolled the d20 in my desk and landed 3. Daichi takes a bite of the garlic bread, immediately noticing the blue, almost moldy underneath the starry night. The smell strongly of garlic, strongly of other spices, but there's something that he couldn't place his finger on. He takes a bite. It's stale. But he doesn't know what's stale. Is it the garlic that's stale, the bread that's stale? His stomach starts hurting immediately, gurgling. And he clutches onto his stomach, uncertain of what was happening. It gurgles more and oh god, it's number 6. He has to do a number 6. Oh no. Hello, you're Filipino or you're from the Philippines? Hello, ako si Lan. What was the phrase again? Ako si Lan. Kumusta ka? Kumusta ka? You rolled a 6. You buy Dynasty Kingdom's Origin. Ooh, Dynasty Kingdom I heard was really good. Does anyone else want to roll for their constitution while I'm here? What games are on sale? Oh, I want to play that game that's Get to Work or I Am a Part-Time Worker. That one looks pretty fun. Let me add that to my wish list. I want to find more simulation games on this. Ooh, games under $10. Ooh. Sure, me, roll. I'll give you a story. American Truck Simulator. Yee-haw. Nothing like a smooth rolling truck, a cup of coffee, and Mother Nature. Should I get American Truck Simulator? That actually sounds like it'd be quite fun. Let me add that to wishlist too. Let me see what else there is. A game about digging a hole. I also wanted this one. I want to dig a hole. It's the original price is $4.99. The sale is $4.49. Really inexpensive, guys. How speedrunners broke my game. Get to work. With my attempts twice now. Maybe I should play it too. Maybe I should be a speedrunner. Find a mountain in really cheap games? Yes. Favorite quote? Oh, Fader, that is difficult. I don't even know. I don't even know. I would have to say, like, still, the Constellations, when they say that they don't wish for your death, I think that is my favorite, well, like, line, I guess. Like, when they say, like, the prisoner of the golden headband doesn't wish for your death, the abyssal black dragon doesn't wish for your death, secret plotter, demon like judge of fire doesn't wish for your death. I think that line is so impactful. Truck sim? Yeah, I'll get truck sim then. Let me put that on my list. Let me put it all into my cart first so I don't forget. Oh, Undertale's on sale for $1. I think I've only played Undertale like a tiny bit. Backrooms escape together. Ale and Tail Tavern. Oh, that one Miss Mayfay played before. It looks really cute. Ooh, Euro Truck Simulator 2. Oh, baby. The Forest is on sale for $5 buckaroos. You cried during that? I sobbed too. I fucking shopped. I was dreading it. I was shopping non-stop. My favorite thing about ORB Twitter is them quote retweeting random accounts saying it's also an ORB reference. Everything's an ORB reference if we think about it. Dead letter core transcript letters, but it gets creepy in the atmosphere is mysterious and haunting. Is it on sale? If it's on sale, I will deeply consider it. There's also Car Mechanics Simulator 2021. Let me send this to somebody I know who loves cars. Sale. Let me see. Oh, there's a game that I really want to play. Have you guys heard of this one before? It's called, let me see. Barrel Trauma? Oh, it's not on sale. I'm really interested in playing Barrel Trauma. I also really want to play Barony too. I love playing roguelike stuff like that. Good night, show. Good night, good night. Let me post a link here real quick. No, this right here is Barrel Trauma. This one is it's super hard apparently. And then this one is Barony, which is a really fun roguelike. Gym, sim, and toy shop? Oh my god, please, I need those. Give me a second, let me search these all up. Gym Simulator. 24, oh, I need this. Alright, add to wish list. Played Barrel Trauma, fun game with friends. Oh, I want to try it. It looks super difficult, but it also looks so fun at the same time. That letter. Oh, I see this. Working at a data entry job in a big city, you type up and transcribe the lost mail and letters that have nowhere to go. But as the days carry on, oddities in the mail start to emerge and cracks begin to appear. Oh no, wait, this is like a jump scare thing? I'd get scared. I'm so bad with single player horrors. But this looks super interesting as well. Having watched Barrel Trauma be played by other people looks very interesting. It looks super insane. What the fuck? I don't really want it. Oh my god, you guys gotta stop me. I'm gonna go on a shopping spree and then Lynn's gonna be like, do you even have time to play all these games? And I'm gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to play this game. I just wanted to play these games. Well, there's sim games are there. Streamer life 2. Oh my god. Streamer streaming. I've always wanted to play but could never rope people into it. If it's a type of game that I can do like, what's the word called? Like lobby codes? I would love to do that with members. That'd be fun. Hell yeah. Gunsmith Simulator. Oh god. A Thief Simulator. Oh my god. Should I do Thief Simulator too? Let me just add this to wishes real quick so I can save it. I'm a fan of video games of job simulators that turn into creepy and scary scenarios. I'm a fan of the first part, not the second part, because I'm too scared. But I can definitely see why you would love that kind of game. It's so interesting, isn't it? It's so thrilling too, which is the best part. Let me see. Amazing Cultivation Simulator is crazy. A cultivation simulator, what the fuck? Sounds kind of fun. Ark Survival as a simulator game? Oh my god. I'm actually getting a little eepy, guys. So I think this is a good time for us to close up shop a little bit. I think the cafe is closing a little bit earlier than usual. I spoke to the owner earlier and they were like, yeah, no one really comes here after midnight anyway. So they're gonna close at 1 o'clock instead of closing at like 3 a.m. So I'm gonna end it here. Tomorrow there may be a member stream around 1 p.m. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll definitely ping if and when it happens. And then at 6 p.m. EST, we're doing that League of Legends tournament, which I will not be streaming. And then Sunday, we're going to be playing Fantasy Star Online 2. Very excited for PSL 2. So be there for Sunday. Thanks, honey. Alright, I'm going to get off now. Thank you so much for coming today. I was able to expend my energy in talking about Orby that I love so much. I wish I said more, but my mind is like not thinking right. So I'm going to get off now, and I'm going to sleep early because I'm lacking sleep. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming today. Wait, does anybody have the link of Discord before I leave real quick? Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh, the Discord link, please. Oh. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, 1 second, where is it? Oi. Is this one it? Okay, I don't have the link, so I'm not going to link it. Oh my god, I'm stupid. I didn't see it. Alright, guys. Otsulan. Well, see you guys maybe tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Sunday for sure. Have a good night. Otsulan. Bye-bye.